The Amazing Race Season 34 has officially crowned its winner. And joining me now, our Big Brother team, Derek and Claire. Huge congrats on the win. How are you both doing?
I wish I could cheer louder right now. I spent all my cheering last night, but I would be wooing and screaming right now.
I'll woo enough. Oh gosh, now I'm losing mine.
Yeah, you only have a couple more woos.
Yeah, that's true.
Use them sparingly.
I will. No, we're so thrilled. We're so excited. It's so surreal, so unbelievable that we actually did it. And we actually managed to pull it off. Like,
yeah.
Wow,
Yeah, absolutely. So let's just start with this. Tell me what your guys' overall experience on the show was like competing together.
It's winning $1 million. It's hard. It's really, you tend to forget the things that were road bumps along the way. But I think we had a journey. Like, it was not smooth sailing going through it. We figured it out and like caught our stride towards the end, and like we had a strong finish. But along the way, like, there was a lot of ups and downs, and I think throughout that, it was opportunities that me and Claire took to not only like get better on the race, but also to grow as like a couple and to work on our relationship. And I think those are the things that like we've been able to take out of the race and become like a better person for each other.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, absolutely. So as mentioned, you guys have grown as a couple. You've been together since the end of your season of Big Brother. So how would you say that you've grown as a couple being on the show?
Yeah, I think that the show, it's a cliche, but people say it's like a test your relationship. Couples historically go on and they either break up pretty soon after, or they make it in the long haul. And I understand why.
I think I watched one season and I saw a couple break up just on television. I was like, wait, their partners are not in this interview right now. This person's doing a solo interview.
Yeah, so it tests you, unlike a lot of things that we've experienced has. And so you really have to, you learn about this, your other person, and how do they cope with intense stress, intense panic, intense fear, when they're high, when they're low. And you just have to figure it out. And it taught us a lot about open communication and figuring out, what does this other person need from me and how can I give it to them and like make them feel reassured and make them feel confident. But yeah, we definitely had low points. Like, I think, well, I don't think all couples did, but I think a lot of people do. And it's a matter of, can you work through it, or are you going to let that impact you and affect you? And if you decide this isn't my person, okay, great. It stinks you have to now race for $1 million with them. It's way better when it's someone you love. But it definitely made us grow stronger.
Okay, so the final leg in Nashville, from the viewer's perspective, looked very stressful and very tight. What was it like from your all's perspective?
It was tight. Like, you guys got the same perspectives I did. We show up to the bridge. Me and Claire get there first, but then within 2 or 3 minutes, like, every team is there. So I'm like, oh my God, like, this is neck and neck right now. So thankfully I feel pretty good going up the bridge. I'm like, I'm pretty sure Emily's injured and I think Michelle has to do this. So I was like, I think I can probably get us a good lead coming out the bridge. So we get out, we do have a pretty solid lead. We get to the guitars. As we're leaving guitars, we see Lewis and Michelle like going in. So we're like, oh shoot, someone's like right behind us. We're running. And now we get through all of the like wristbands, get to the final challenge, which is the auditorium with the piano. And when we get there, we probably have we're probably there for like 20 minutes by ourselves, or 10, 15 at least.
It's so hard to know the time on the race because it's this for $1 million.
Yeah.
I have no idea how long that was.
I feel like we were there for a good amount of time. So I think at that point I felt pretty solid because I hadn't seen another team come. So I wasn't that nervous. And once teams did start coming in, I felt like me and Claire had built such a there was a learning curve to that challenge, and we'd really like perfected all the stuff during the times that we were there by ourselves. So now that other teams are coming in, I felt pretty solid about where we were at.
Yeah, but I will say, I agree. When we were there by ourselves, I felt great. Yeah. I was like, we can crush this and we'll get out before anyone shows up. But then in come Michelle and Lewis, in come Emily and Molly, and you start hearing them getting chats, and you start hearing the and just knowing like at any point they could get the ding and the orchestra starts playing and they can go running off. It was really tight. Like I wish we had been a season where it's like we were 3 hours ahead of the other teams and hang out. But it was really neck and neck. Everyone was really there to compete, and they were great competitors.
Yeah.
So you guys mentioned on the final mat that next for you looks like maybe moving in together and kind of figuring out your life together. So now that you have the prize money and now that you've won, what does life look like for you guys moving forward, and what do you plan to do with the money?
So we've done some of the things that we talked about. We didn't actually move in together. We're living in LA now, and we have a cat. So we have officially started a family.
We're a growing family, if you will.
We're in abundance here. And other than that, you know, we don't really have that many of like an ambitious, no real ambitious plans. I want the money to go as far as possible. So I'll probably like invest it and just let it accumulate for a while, and then just take it all and go to Thailand and just live off of that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, hey, sounds like a solid plan, just taking it day by day. If people are interested in continuing to follow both of you and your journeys, where can they find you on social media?
Instagram, Derek Xiao, Claire Rehfuss, and then we have a YouTube channel where we post videos and we're going to recap basically everything that happened.
Okay, perfect. Well, huge congratulations again. Our amazing race season 34 winners, Derek and Claire. Thank you guys for chatting with me, and best of luck in whatever's next for you.
Thank you so much.
It's good chatting with you again. Bye, Blake.